Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. As usual, I will leave a link in the description so you can click on the article and read it for yourself. Now, the Nintendo Switch was revealed last night, and I'm going to give my thoughts and reactions to it. And if you guys have been underneath a rock, the internet is reacting to it, and it's not too positive. They underdelivered. The rumors were true. The specs were very low. And I have to say, I am quite disappointed in what I saw last night. Now, before I get into all of that, I just want to give you guys some of the details. So, I'm going to be going over an article here on Polygon.com. And like I said, I will leave a link in the description so you can click on the article for itself. And now they're saying Nintendo's detailed hardware of the Nintendo Switch today, confirming long held rumors such as the system's touchscreen display during a press event in Tokyo. The Switch's main unit contains a 6.2-inch capacitive multi-touch display with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. That's the same size as the Wii U gamepad screen, although the gamepad display had a resolution of 854 by 480. As you can see here, you got the game card, you got the audio jack, you got a game slot card, you got the rail on the side where the Joy-Cons go, you got a brightness sensor, you got speakers on the bottom of the screen. Of course, the screen is a multi-touch screen. You got the volume rockers and the power button on the top there. Now, when the system is being used in handheld or tabletop mode outside of its dock, games will run at 720p, the lowest resolution that qualifies as high definition. When the unit is in its dock, the Switch ramps up its power and can render games up to 1080p. The dock outputs this image to an external screen, such as a television, over HDMI. On the audio side, the Switch will output 5.1 surround sound over HDMI via the dock, and the unit features a headphone jack for the stereo sound on the go. It requires less processing power to generate a 720p image than a 1080p image, so the compromise makes sense in the portable use case, which is where it's vital to eke out as much battery life as the Switch as possible. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will reportedly run at 720p in tablet mode and 900p when docked. For example, the front of the Switch unit features an ambient light sensor, so the device will adjust screen brightness like a smartphone or tablet does. Now, as you can see, the rail on the sides, again, you see that it has a USB Type-C connector at the back. It's got a kickstand for, I guess, when you're playing it with the Joy-Cons out, I guess, with somebody in public or wherever. It's got a micro SD card slot as well. Now, Nintendo said the system's battery life will vary on a game-by-game basis, ranging from 2.5 hours to 6.5 hours. The battery will last for approximately 3 hours while playing Breath of the Wild, according to Nintendo. The company has not provided information on battery life for the Joy-Con controllers, although the grip accessory will charge the Joy-Con pads. Like the deluxe model of the Wii U, the Switch contains 32 gigabytes of internal storage. It will be possible to expand the storage with a micro SDHC or a micro SDXC. There's a slot behind the kickstand at the back of the Switch unit, which I just showed you guys. Now, the device charges via a USB-C port at the bottom, and it's currently unclear if the port can be used for any other purposes. Now here you can see the back of the docking station, and you see the AC adapter right there. You can see the USB and the HDMI out. Now, the Switch dock features 3 USB ports, 2 USB 2.0 ports on the left side, which can be used to charge accessories like the Joy-Con controllers, and 1 USB 3.0 port inside the back cover where the HDMI in and out and power ports also live. Some accessories will function over USB, like Ethernet adapters for wired internet, although that would plug into the dock and not the Switch itself. Wireless internet will work over 802.11ac standard, and the Switch will support up to 8 systems over a local Wi-Fi connection. The Nintendo Switch will be released worldwide on March 3rd for $299 and will be sold in 2 configurations, one with the gray Joy-Con controllers, the other with the red and blue Joy-Con devices. Now, I gotta say, I'm quite disappointed. I'm gonna go over the good things that I did see. Now, Mario, the new Mario game, it did look pretty good. It's taking place in New York, so it's got a more modern feel, a more modern look to it. We have complained, Mario's been the same for so many years, so this is like a little switch on it, no pun intended. And I gotta say, though, the graphics did look quite rough when I was watching the live feed. The graphics didn't look anywhere near what I thought the system would be capable of doing. There was a lot of aliasing, that the textures in the back look kind of blurry. I know the game is still off because this is not even a launch game. It's going to be coming out in, I believe they said, the holiday of 2017. So, they got some more time to work on it. But from what we did see, it did look kind of rough. And, I could look at it and see that this system is not on par with the Xbox One, much less the PS4. Now, they also revealed Splatoon 2. Now, the first game was quite fun, but this is basically Splatoon with a new paint job. I didn't really see any improvements to it. It looked okay. Like, I'm not going to say it looked horrible. It looked okay. Um, I don't know. Street Fighter 2 they showed. That looked pretty cool. And, with the Joy-Cons, you could take it off and you could play against your buddy. I don't know if you're on the subway or if you're on lunch break at work or whatever. I could see that being, a little bit cool. Zelda now. Zelda looked excellent. They showed Zelda at the end of the conference and it looked phenomenal. Like, it wasn't like this huge graphical leap. Like, I still did see some rough edges on it, but it still looked quite beautiful. And I like the art direction of that game. It looked like there was lots to do and it looked, quite cinematic for a Zelda game. So I'm going to give it to them for the Zelda. It looked pretty good. Another thing that I came impressed with, it is quite powerful for an actual handheld. For an actual handheld, it is powerful. It's more powerful than the Vita. It's more powerful than their 3DS consoles and their consoles, their handheld consoles that came before it. So as a handheld, the system is quite powerful. Now the controller looked cool. It has different colors. Finally, they're going to have some online ability with the system. They said they're going to have it free for a period of time, and then they're going to offer paid online. So I would hope that this would include gamer tags. We don't know, but let's hope that it's not that it's gamer tags, that you can actually have your games tied to your account, which is excellent. Which is excellent if that is the case, because if you owned like a Wii U, if you got rid of that system, that's it. The games that you bought on that system, they're lost. They're locked to that system, which is really stupid. It should be locked to your gamer tag, to your account, that if you have another system, you can fire it up and have your digital licenses. And another positive thing is that we're not going to have to wait too long for it. It's coming out March 3rd. That's a little bit over a month. It's not too far away. Now the bad. There was so much bad from this conference. First of all, it had a high price. Like, it has the same price as the PS4 and Xbox One. And sometimes the Xbox One is even going on at a cheaper price. Same with the PS4 when they've been having these sales over the Christmas holidays. I've seen it go for as low as $250, and the Switch is priced at $299 and $399 in Canada. Like I don't understand, why do we get gouged in Canada? $399 for the system in Canada? Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, I don't understand why we have to get gouged in Canada. $3.99. That's like $100 more than the US. Like, even if you do the conversion, it still doesn't come to $3.99. So, like, what the hell are you doing, Nintendo? Now, it didn't have that many launch games either. I saw like maybe three good launch games, like mediocre games. I don't want to even say they were good. Like Switch. Like, what's that game? 1-2 Switch. Like, what the fuck is that game? Like, who cares about that? Like, who asked for that? Like, I don't understand why Nintendo is so out of touch with the gamer. Like, this is 2017. Nobody's really trying to play those type of games. Like ARMS, like, are you serious? Like, ARMS was really lame, and they spent so much time on ARMS. Like, who wants motion controls? Like, if I want motion controls, I want them with like a VR solution. Yes, then it makes sense, and it's adding something new to the table. We've had the Wii U, we've had the Kinect, we have the PS Move. Motion controls are dead. Nobody is pining for motion controls, yet Nintendo is still on it, and they're touting, their motion controls as the best thing ever because it has a camera. Now, I'll admit the tech in it is pretty cool. Like, okay, sure, it's cool that you can have the controller and it can feel like you have ice cubes in it. You can feel like the water being poured in it. Sure, cool, whatever. What are you going to use that for? Like, how is that going to apply to gaming? Because I know I sure as hell ain't trying to drink a glass of water out of a joystick when I'm playing a game. Like, I'm not 4 years old. So, like, I don't know. It just makes no sense to me. Another thing is the Joy-Con. If you buy it separately, it's $70. $70 if you buy it separately. Like, are you serious? And the Pro controller is $80. Like, what are they thinking? Like, this stuff is way too overpriced. Like, there is nothing in the Pro controller that is better than the Xbox One controller or the PS4 controller for it to be more expensive than it. That's just ridiculous. You know, the controllers at best, they're gimmicky. I think they're way too small for normal hands, much less big hands. You know, here, I'll show you, guys, let me see if I have it here. Here's that stupid 1-2 switch game. Like, apparently, you don't even need to look at the screen. I guess you pick it up, and there must be some type of prompt on it, and then you guys press. It's like, oh, I got you. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It doesn't interest me. And let me see if I can find a picture of the Joy-Con here. Well, here's a picture of the Mario game here. Let me go back here. So this is basically Mario. He looks like he's in New York, so he can jump on light posts. I saw him jumping up buildings. So I'm jumping up way up the Empire State Building and jumping off. Like I said, it looked pretty cool. It's a new experience. It didn't look too bad. I actually liked when he jumped into the water. The water physics looked pretty good. But like I said, like the background textures, like, you know, the buildings in the background there, they looked really rough. They didn't look as detailed. You know, even in this picture here, you can see the jaggies, the aliasing. It looked kind of rough. You know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on this one, that the game is, you know, far off from release. It's not coming out to the holiday, so hopefully they can touch it up. But overall, it was just kind of, you know, new experience, but the graphics didn't wow me. There's the Pro controller, $80 my ass. Like, are you serious? Yeah, I'm trying to find this picture here. I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. So here's the Joy-Con. Now look how small that is. Now imagine if you have normal size hands. That is going to be kind of small for your hands. Now if you have small childlike hands, sure. And you know, yes, some kids are going to be playing with this. That's fine. But for the average gamer, this control makes no sense. And for someone that has big hands, forget about it. Don't even pre-order the Nintendo Switch, because you're going to end up crushing it in your hands. Now, another thing I gotta say, the graphics overall, they looked lower than the Xbox One. You could definitely tell this was not on par with Xbox One. Like I said before, much less the PS4. I just don't understand how it looks so rough in comparison. Like, I was expecting more out of them. I was expecting at least maybe one. I was expecting it to be on par with the Xbox One, truth be told. And this falls far shorter than that. You know, that like I said, the HD feedback, it's okay on the remote, but just like motion controls, like, who the fuck asked for this? We didn't ask for this. And you know, handheld, it's just 720p. When it's docked, it's 1080p. And then, you know, we're finding out that Zelda is just going to run at 900p when it's docked. So, you know, Xbox suffered a lot this generation for having 900p games. Now, Nintendo had to be aware of this, and you would think that'd be the one thing that they would guarantee is 1080p gaming on their system. Yet they're coming with a 900p system, and not only is it priced more, generally more than the Xbox One, you know, it's underpowered compared to it. That just makes no sense. That just blows my mind. Like, all you guys out there that are saying, oh, I want this system, oh, it's a day one, I've pre-ordered it. I don't know. God bless you guys, because honestly, the reveal was extremely, extremely underwhelming. I don't know. Nintendo, it's like they're in their own bubble. And yes, they make some good games, and they offer a different gaming experience, and some of their games are extremely fun. At the same time, they are really, really behind the curve here with the graphics of their system, with the innovations of their system. Like, they're still on this motion control stuff. Like, the average gamer, even the casual gamer, does not care about motion controls. And I don't understand how you guys are coming out and pricing this system at $300. This should not be priced at the same price as Xbox One or PS4, especially that it does not have the same amount of power. It had, and I said this many months ago, in order for this system to be successful, it had to have at least the same power as Xbox One, and it would have to be priced lower than it. So not only does it not have the same power as Xbox One, it is also priced higher than Xbox One. This is unbelievable. I really can't get my head around this. And And I see some people that they have outrage about it, but I also see some guys that are really excited for the Nintendo Switch, and I just don't get it. Okay, if it was priced at $200, sure, I would say go ahead and get it. You know, it's great. It's a great handheld, and you know what? You can take it home and you can dock it in the docking station. You know, awesome. You know, great. But for the price, for being priced more than Xbox One and PS4, I don't think so. Like, that makes no sense to me. It absolutely makes no sense to me at all. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think. Like, do you guys think that this is a fail? Um, I don't know. Like, I can't see this as a win. I can't see anybody in their right mind justifying the $300 price tag. Like, this thing should be priced lower than the PS4 and the Xbox One. It does not offer the same graphical capabilities. Okay, they've added a share button, which is great. So you'll be able to share your pictures. And they said in the future, you'll be able to share your videos, which is great. You know, it's about time that they loosen their stance on some of those things, but it's still not enough. $300, I cannot justify the price for this system. It should have been priced, say, $250 at the most. Knowing the specs that I know them now, how I know them now, I would say it should have been priced at $200. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think down below, so please leave your comments there. I ask you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.